Are you struggling to grow your property management business? Wondering why your client base isn't expanding as quickly as you'd like? In today's video, I'm going to dive into the top 3 mistakes we see property management company owners make that limit their business growth. We work with over 250 active clients in the property management industry to help them expand their business. And today, I'm going to share with you what I've seen from a lot of different owners that we've worked with and what is keeping them back from achieving the goals that they'd like to hit. So without further ado, let's get into it. Stick around because I think answer number 3 might surprise you. The first mistake we see business owners make all the time is what I call shiny object syndrome. This is when you start bouncing from one strategy to the next, never really committing to anything and constantly trying new things. Business is not rocket science. There are proven methods to grow your company. There's proven methods on ways to scale your business. Stick to the basics if you want to have long-term success. If you start getting sidetracked by a different software this year, a new one the next year, one marketing strategy this year, a completely different one in 6 months from now, that's going to limit your business growth. The more distracted you are, the less time you have to become excellent in one area. So stick to one strategy, get really good at it, and then move on to a new one. I see it all the time where a company is at like 60, 70 doors and they're like, I need to expand to a new market. I need to get to 1,000 doors and I can't do that if I'm in one market. Yes, you can. I literally have seen companies go to over 1,000 doors that are in markets with less than 100,000 people. So if you think your market is not big enough to reach 500 doors, you're mistaken. So keep that in mind. Don't get distracted by shiny objects. Find strategies that you know work and stick to them and get really good at them until you start to see success, and then move on to the next strategy. The second big mistake I see business owners make is stopping sales and marketing when things start to get busy. This is a huge mistake. I'm guilty of making this when we first started our company. You don't want to stop your sales and your marketing when things are going well. You need to keep that momentum going. If you're super busy, then in a worst case, you can turn away leads that are not an ideal fit. Look, I get it. When your plate is full, it's tempting to put sales and marketing on the back burner. But here's the thing. Growth doesn't just happen when you're busy. It happens because you plan for the future. By consistently marketing your services, even during your busiest season, you're creating a steady lead flow. That is something that you're going to need when things slow down. The more leads you can get in your pipeline, the more leads you have to work during a drier spell. So if you got 50, 100 leads come in and they don't all close, those are people that you can be following up with for the next year, the next 2 years. And now if the market turns, all of a sudden, property management's not as hot this year as it was last year, you have leads in your pipeline that you can work. It's super important that you have leads that you can always follow up with so that you can keep your sales coming in. If you stop marketing, you stop sales, then things get dry. And now the market has turned. People are not reaching out to property management companies as actively. It's going to be much harder to gain back that momentum that you had. So make sure that you don't ever stop your sales and marketing. In a worst case, like I said before, you only work with the absolute perfect fit. Anyone that falls like just a little bit outside of that perfect box, you mark them as someone that you can't work with, and then you can always reach back out to them in the future when things are slower. So keep that in mind. Always have your sales and marketing going if you want to continue growing your property management business. Now, before I get to mistake number 3, I'm just going to take a second and let you know about Upkeep Media. We specialize in working with property management companies to help you bring on new properties to manage. If you're interested, like to find out a bit more information, we offer a free property management lead gen session. What that means is you're going to get a specific report for your business that will walk you through that's going to show you what competition your local market's doing to bring on new properties. We'll take a look at where your company's currently positioned from an online standpoint, and then give you recommendations that you can work on no matter what, regardless of whether or not we work together, that you can work on to help your business grow. So go to our website at upkeepmedia.com/growth, fill out the form on that page, book a time to speak, and a member of our team will reach out at that time and you walk you through your property management lead gen session. Now, the third mistake that we see all the time is a company relying solely on referrals to grow. Don't get me wrong, referrals are great. Everyone loves a referral. They're the most likely to actually close as well. But you can't build a scalable property management business relying solely on referrals. You can get 10 referrals one month, the next month you have 0. The month after that you have 5. The month after that you have 2. You have no way to predictably scale your business. What you need to create over time is a steady lead flow. You need to invest in marketing channels like SEO, SEO, like paid ads, like YouTube, to get leads coming into your business regularly so that you can scale and calculate how quickly you can actually scale. It makes it much easier to plan for growth when you have an idea of how many doors you're adding on consistently per month. If you're relying solely on referrals, you have no way to really control that. So keep in mind, you need to create other strategies to bring in leads other than just relying on referrals if you actually want to eventually scale to hundreds and maybe thousands of properties under management. So there you have it. Those are the top 3 mistakes we see business owners make all the time that limit their property management company's growth. So make sure you don't get distracted by shiny objects. Stick to one strategy, get it to work really well for you, and then you can move on to a next strategy. Don't stop focusing on sales and marketing when things get busy. Make sure that you always are bringing in leads so that regardless of whether or not you can work with them now, you can always reach out in the future and you don't lose momentum for when things do get slower. And then the third thing is don't rely solely on referrals to grow your property management business. Don't get me wrong, referrals are great, but it's not a scalable way to grow your business over the long term. So make sure that you don't fall victim to one of these mistakes. Get out there, start growing your property management business. If you like this video, please give it a like, hit that subscribe button, it means a lot. Leave a comment. Let me know if you're guilty of one of these mistakes. Let me know what you're doing to get over that and make sure that you don't make that mistake again. Love to hear from you guys. Thanks so much. I'll see you in the next video.